You're watching Seattle Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Coming up on today's show, we are going to go over some updated free agent targets for your Seattle Seahawks. And I'll tell you this much, it just might shock you. Before we do, if you want Seattle to make another big signing in free agency, they got the money to do it. Now we're waiting. Come on, John. What are you going to do? If you want it to happen, hit the like button. We get 500 likes on today's video, I guarantee we're going to get another big signing. Hit the like button. We'll get started with today's show. Thanks for joining us. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for being here. I got 5 new potential NFL free agency targets for Seattle at 5 different positions. So let's get right to it. Let's begin with today's list as we start with David Andrews, formerly of the New England Patriots, a center who has had a very good career in New England. He's looking for a new home, and he's a winner. I mean, David Andrews was a guy that I think a lot of people over the last few seasons were saying to themselves, man, I wish I had David Andrews on my team. He won a lot of football games. He was a great leader and a great locker room guy. He's a bit older now. He's had some injury issues, but still has something to offer. David Andrews, this will be the first time that he has played for a team not known as the New England Patriots. Won 2 Super Bowls in New England, was named to the Patriots All-2010s team as well in his time there, getting to play alongside Tom Brady and Gronk and Julian Edelman and those guys. He was kind of seen leading the way for those New England teams for a number of years with the New England Patriots, and just did a really good job of just holding things down and being the de facto leader of those guys up front with how he managed to do things with the New England Patriots. And you know, I don't know, honestly, how much you can expect to get out of David Andrews if he can play a full 17-game slate, but I can't imagine him costing too much, and at the very least, it would be great to have in the locker room. Numbers were still all right last year, according to Pro Football Focus. Overall grade, 58.7. Pass block rate of 60.0. Run block rate of 60.1. And with where this Seattle offensive line is at, yeah, I can find a place for him. If I have to move Olu to guard to make it work, we can make that work potentially for Seattle here. Folks, you need to subscribe to Seattle Seahawks Today. We're closing in on 65,000 subscribers on the channel, but we need your help to get there. For elite NFL free agency content, you got to be sub to the channel. Best part about it, 100% free, whether it's a live show, whether it's a breaking news segment, maybe it's something I'm recording from my house, from the Jones Zone, whatever it may be, we are bringing you nonstop coverage like no one else is. Subscribe now for free, youtube.com/SeahawksTV. You'll be glad you did. Next up, we find Shaq Mason, formerly of the Houston Texans, at the offensive guard spot, 31 years of age. And let's be frank with y'all, he had a very bad year in 2024. He tied for the league lead among guards of most sacks given up this past season with 8. Not great. But I don't think this past year defines Shaq Mason, folks. Previously with the Texans, the Bucs, the Patriots, he's won 2 Super Bowls. A lot of experience, 152 career games played with 147 starts in his career. Shaq Mason's been solid. One bad year, it didn't go the way that things had planned, but I think that it's one where this could be a risk worth taking because outside of the sacks, everything else was solid. Overall grade of 62.3, pass block rate of 65.2, run block rate of 57.7. I think that Shaq Mason, there's reason to be optimistic, potentially taking a chance on this signing because of everything else going okay and with what he's done prior to this past season. If you had to pick one to sign, would you rather go David Andrews or Shaq Mason? Of the two former Patriots, which one would you rather have on your team? Type DA for David Andrews, type SM for Shaq Mason. Get in that comment section and let me know. Folks, today's show is sponsored by our friends at Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the place to go for daily fantasy made easy. Here's how it works. You choose two or more players on any given category. Get the choice of more or less, whether you're talking fantasy points, rebounds in basketball, goals in hockey, all sorts of different categories to choose from. Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. Join over 10 million users and sign up today. On Prize Picks, you can mix and match player projections from different sports, combine your favorite basketball players with players from baseball, hockey, esports, and much more. The app is really easy to use. To create a lineup, all you have to do is pick more or less and a few player stats for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Download the app today. Use code CLNS. Get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS. Get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. And, folks, we're talking the big dance. You know me. I love March this time of year. And I got an easy one on Thursday. Cooper Flagg to have more than half a point. Pretty confident it's going to happen. Mark Sears, I think BYU's defense is going to hold him to under 20.5. I'll take the less on that. If I put $20 down and both those hit, that turns into $60 on Prize Picks. Play along with us. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Promo code CLNS. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, run your game. Check them out today. You'll be glad you did. Up next, let's go to the receiver position. That is where we find Keenan Allen, who was most recently with the Chicago Bears after spending most of his career with the Los Angeles Chargers. And I know he's a bit older now. He's in his 30s. But Keenan Allen still has plenty to offer his next team. Is he the same player he used to be? No. But he is still a very good receiver, folks. A 6-time Pro Bowler, the NFL's Comeback Player of the Year in 2017. Keenan Allen has been solid. He's been very consistent throughout his career as well. And you look at this receiving core. You love what you have in JSN. You're excited about Cooper Kupp. But then after that, there's a significant drop-off. And Keenan Allen, I think, would be just as good, if not better, than any number 3 receiver in the NFL. Last year, yes, his numbers were down a bit from what they were in 2023. But, folks, those numbers were still considerably better than what Tyler Lockett's were. 70 catches, 744 yards, 7 touchdowns, nearly 11 yards of reception. The year prior to that, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns, 108 catches. This could be a nice fit in Seattle's offense, bringing in Keenan Allen there. Up next, let's go to the safety position. This is where we find Justin Simmons. Safety, most recently with the Atlanta Falcons, and we've talked about this before. Mike Mack has made it known that he wants to be able to play 3 safeties on the field at the same time. And we're pretty excited about what Kobe Bryant is going to do after having a strong finish to 2024. You got a Pro Bowl caliber player in Julian Love. Why not add Justin Simmons to that fold and just have 3 beasts back there, a 3-headed monster manning your safety room, similar to what Macdonald had in Baltimore just a few years ago. Simmons, a 2-time Pro Bowler in 2020 and in 2023, a 4-time second-team All-Pro 2019 and then 2021 through 2023. He was the NFL's co-leader in interceptions in 2022. And to me, the role that I would carve out for him would be similar to what Mike Macdonald did with Geno Stone a few years ago. When Geno Stone was that number 3 safety and was near the top in the NFL in interceptions. I think Justin Simmons can do that same thing. Last year in Atlanta, after leaving Denver, had 62 tackles, 2 TFLs, 7 pass breakups, and 2 interceptions. The year prior to that, in Denver, when he was a second-team All-Pro, Had 70 tackles, 2 TFLs, 8 pass breakups, 3 interceptions, and 2 forced fumbles. I like the idea of Justin Simmons potentially coming to Seattle there. Who's a player the Hawks should sign? We've gone over a few names. I got one more name to get to in a moment, but want to hear from you guys first. Give me a name in the comments section that you would like to see end up on this Seahawks team in 2025. Our last name on the list. Let's go to the corner position. This is where we find a very familiar name to football fans. Asante Samuel Jr., a 25-year-old who was most recently with the LA Chargers. My first question is this. How in the hell is he still available here in NFL free agency? He's a good football player. He's young. It blows my mind. This is a starting caliber corner we're talking about here, and he's still waiting on his name to be called for somebody to sign him. Why not pick up the phone and start him at corner here in Seattle, folks? More on Asante Samuel Jr. Previously played with the Chargers, 50 career games played with 47 starts. He is the son of the great Asante Samuel Sr. and comes from a great football family, very good pedigree, and he's done a good job to carry on his dad's name in the NFL. His statistics over the years, last year was a bit banged up, only played in 4 games, but prior to that, 2 interceptions in 2023, 2 interceptions in 2022. 2 interceptions in 2021. Very consistent. A good, not great player, and that's okay. I don't need great. I just need a quality starter on the outside, and Asante Samuel Jr. can do that. Thanks for joining us here on this edition of Seattle Seahawks Today. For continuing Seahawks coverage, subscribe now for free. YouTube.com/SeahawksTV. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.